Boris Johnson being snubbed by the EU over plans to speak directly with German Chancellor Angela Merkel has been dubbed an insult to every Briton. The Prime Minister was hoping to speak to the German and French leaders but was snubbed as officials said Brexit negotiations must go through the European Commission. Mr. Johnson was hoping to unblock failing Brexit talks. But a senior EU official said it was rejected as the Commission should not be bypassed to discuss matters with individual leaders. Now, Imran Ahmad Khan, the MP for Wakefield, has lashed out at Mrs. Merkel claiming every Briton had been insulted. He tweeted, "I stand with millions of Britons that are deeply insulated at the shocking news that German Chancellor has refused the British Prime Minister's request for a telephone call. This is an insult to every Briton, whether they support our PM or not. Have our EU friends no regard or respect for the UK and our nation's sacrifices that permit them to live in freedom and prosperity today, safely away from the shadow of totalitarianism?" The EU's contemptuous treatment of the UK makes it clear there cannot be a deal until it accepts the UK as a sovereign equal and awards us the respect and regard we merit. The phone call request comes after both the UK and EU warned a no-deal Brexit is becoming more likely. Mr. Johnson said an exit with no deal in place was very, very likely, while Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the outcome was now more likely than not. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte argued capitals do not negotiate but EU chief negotiator Michel Barnier does. He said, "I would like to invite him to stay in London and work hard. Capitals don't negotiate, Barnier does, and he has our full support." Brexit negotiations have been gridlocked over three key issues: fishing, governance and the so-called level playing field. During negotiations, France has been the most vocal in its concerns about the final concessions, with the likes of Belgium, the Netherlands and Denmark also raising worries. France has also been furiously opposed to Britain's plans to take back control of fishing waters. French officials have been behind a push for Mr. Barnier to walk away from the negotiations unless Mr. Johnson makes significant concessions. Last week, France's Europe minister acknowledged EU leaders, including the German Chancellor, did not endorse Mr. Macron's hard stance on state aid, workers' rights and environmental standards.